Good evening, everybody, and this is the playoffs for the AD2L Season X, because it's never on the ticket, so I never remember to look. I am Seqoia. This evening we have Book of Mormon versus Peace and Love, and I have two special guest stars this evening. I have two boys from LSC, Ziggy and Tar. Guys, we have a Naga first pick, and followed up by Medusa and Kunkka Jack. What do you guys think of that?
Snakes are definitely overpowered, so I'm giving the early edge to Peace and Love. Go Snakes.
I mean, I know Book of Mormon love Jakiro, and they didn't get their Ogre, which we saw in the Seal League on Sunday, which was one of the craziest drafts and the craziest games I think I've seen in quite a while, how effective that was. So Ogre was pulled out of the pool with a ban, but they do get their love for Jakiro, which they do like quite a bit.
It's interesting that they decided to let Dusa through, which was our main focus on whether we should either take it or keep them from having it, because Peace and Love's never lost with Dusa. So it'll also be interesting to see if Peace and Love ban Nyx here, which they haven't yet.
What do you think, like, to deal with Medusa? Do you go for more like a PL, like diffusal carrier, something like that, or do you go like something like a Nyx, just mass mana burn?
Absolutely Nyx.
Nyx
is the go-to.
Yeah,
probably AM would be the best after that, I think.
I think I lean more towards PL, only just because AM, I don't know. AM just seems really weak right now, and I don't know really why. I mean, I love the fact that I think AM's a little weak, but...
Well, here's the thing with PL, is that matchup goes both ways. And if you look at Dota buff, because I researched this going into playing with some just thinking of what able is take PL. PL only has like a plus 0.2% win rate advantage over Dusa. So it's not like he's a big counter to her, at least in pubs.
Yeah.
Pros pick it a lot, but the matchup goes both ways. Like if he goes on her, he can get the advantage quickly, but if she gets saved at all, she turns and she just destroys all his illusions. So it's kind of 50-50.
Well, and I think also that's a good point, because I think where PL makes him effective against Medusa is when he doesn't go aggressive on her. Like when he doppelgangs onto her and her ult's up, you're fully committed, and now you have an ult on you. Versus if you don't go in like that, you just use the Phantom Rush, and then she throws down the ult, you can doppelgang out, and it's pretty effective. But I think sometimes, especially in these particular skill brackets, you don't see that happen, and then Medusa just cleans up with an ult. And that ult, like, you can't disengage in that ult, you're going to die. And you're going to lose a lot of heroes because of it.
Yeah, but Nyx, I mean, it's not a big counter to it, and Nyx counters her in so many ways. She's attacking in an AoE, so he can always spike Carapace to stun her. His mana burn does insane amounts of damage to her, and takes away her mana, so it's less health for her. It's just too good against it.
I really like Nyx right now. Me and Legion have a lot of debates about Nyx, because he's not the biggest fan because of the skill cap on the stun. But I think there's so many good ways to making that stun fairly easy to hit. Kunkka is a pretty good way to make it. Even like the dual breath from Jakiro, not even needing to land the stun, which can be a little bit difficult. But just the dual breath, just something to create a little bit of a slow. I don't think that stun's too hard to hit when you have just a little bit of a slow. Also, you have the Magnus RP, which I think sets up pretty well. But do you think Kunkka's a support, or do you think he's a core?
I think he has to be a support. Yeah, he's not that great as a core. And I don't think Jakiro can. I think you can do Jakiro mid, but it's not that great. So I don't know if they can fit a Nyx into their draft here.
No.
You have to be like a mid Magnus or something, which
yeah.
I think Peace and Love are probably regretting banning the sniper out. Because I think this would be a really good sniper game for them. Yeah, it'd be a really good sniper game for them now, I think.
Yeah, then
just sit back and shoot stuff.
Juggernaut's not a pretty reasonable pick considering. Oh, but actually, Axe is a pretty good, decent way to deal with Juggernaut too. Oof. I don't know. I think I'm liking Peace and Love's draft quite a bit right now. They have some.
I like both. I think both are good. I don't know. I think it's 50-50.
I just don't. I worry about Book of Mormon's ability to control the heroes. You have Naga, Shadow Shaman, Axe, even Medusa to some extent, especially when she gets the Scotty, has ability to kind of control the fight. Really, they're going to be really dependent on big RPs, reasonable X ship combinations, and then Jakiro kind of using his ice path to set up fights. Juggernaut doesn't have any control whatsoever.
He'll be good against the Deuce though with the defusal.
Yeah, I think the key there though is disengage, right? I mean, if that ult comes down, he's gonna either have to ult himself or try to spin out. It could be good, but there's a lot of control of Peace and Love, including the Nagas net. You know, he can't spin out of that.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I think Juggernaut was. I mean, I don't ever think Juggernaut's a bad pick. I think he's like my core go-to. Like, you don't know what to pick. I think Juggernaut's always a reasonable pick, but I think it could be a pretty tough game for Juggernaut to get pretty effective team fights unless he holds his ult.
If he gets netted, he can Manta and purge it, right?
I believe that is correct. But man, if I was Naga, I'd just hold that. I'd hold my net for him to spin, because then he can't use his.
Definitely a defusal Manta game for Jug.
Absolutely.
Maybe Maelstrom first.
Yeah, I think he's gonna need something to keep up with farm and Medusa, right? I mean, Medusa has a natural farming ability. She can. I mean, and usually she gets something to boost her farm even more, and her ability to. Especially their Dire, right? Yeah, so she can hit those 3 camps over on the Dire, or on the right side of the map, and she gets just so accelerated in farm. Juggernaut can't do that, so he's going to need at least a Battle Fury or a Maelstrom or something like that.
Yeah, I'd say Maelstrom this game since you already got the mag. But it's good. I mean, you can't have... Battle Fury is so good right now on any melee core. So
what made Battle Fury so good?
It's the regen change. The regen and mana regen change, in my opinion. Like, because when it got that nerf or whatever from the directional cleave or whatever.
And then you just saw it drop off.
Yeah. But since they changed the regen, which is why they had to nerf Perseverance. You remember this? It almost just days afterwards, Perseverance was completely broken because it was so much health and mana regen and a ton of damage on top of that, or it was like not a ton, but like 10 or something on. So then they had to take away the damage. But it's just the regen. It's a crazy amount of regen. You get a Battle Fury and you don't need any mana or health regen the rest of the entire game because that's almost all that you need.
What do you guys think of Chaos Knight before we get into the game?
Their Chaos Knight is crazy good, and I'm really give this game a Peace and Love now. I think they have this in the bag.
I think draft-wise, yeah, I think Peace and Love won, and that's the other thing that we had to worry about because we knew that they loved Chaos Knight so much, and if Dusa was out, which it always was, we had to take it out because that's the counter to it, and they like both heroes, so they can kind of play that. They can take the Dusa, and then the other team's kind of forced to ban Chaos Knight or let it through here, and now they got both. Think of their tri-lane that they're going to have: Shaman, Naga, and Chaos Knight. I mean, nobody can go to that. Nobody. I don't think they can even dual lane that. Everybody will die.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about their laning too. I mean, Invoker will probably do okay once he gets to level 3 or 4. But
he's going to be useless for like 20 minutes though.
Yeah, and he's definitely not going to be full efficiency on his farm either, right?
He's not going to be ready to fight the Chaos Knight by the time Chaos Knight has like Armlet and Blink.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think Book of Mormon's saving grace is they're gonna have to get some big pickoffs with this Kunkka setup. I think that's probably their best shot at pulling off a good laning phase.
Prepare for battle.
Are we gonna? No, okay, never mind. Axe Naga heading south. That's a little surprising. Looks like dual lanes across the board.
I don't know about 5 positions Jakiro. I don't think that's very good. He really needs levels.
You can get levels as a five position reasonable. I don't know if it's too bad, but I mean, if you had a choice between the Naga and the Jakiro, where would you like the gold to head?
Well, Naga's on the other team. Naga.
Oh yeah, you're right. Naga. Or yeah, Jakiro, Kunkka. That's what I meant. I'm just brain farting.
Honestly, I would like to see it on Jakiro more than Kunkka, who's as support is fine with just an Aether Lens.
Yeah.
And
This Kunkka does not have an Aether Lens queued up though. He's going quadruple Rapier Rush. You check out his item queue.
I mean, if they can keep him alive, they might need it, but I don't Oh, actually, they're gonna go for. Oh, misses this torrent. 3. What do you guys think of the rune change? Is it more value to contest the runes now? Is that kind of what the goal was of this particular change?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
me and Legion were talking about it, and we
If
think.
I'm offlane and I've got some way to contest the rune, I'll go for it even if I die for it.
Yeah, because it's
40 gold for my entire team. I'll
Yeah.
die for that.
Oh yeah, I think it's totally worth it. I'm surprised that more teams aren't more aggressive on the runes.
I might not give up first blood for that, but I'll definitely go for it.
Magnus Kunkka in the off lane. I'm assuming Kunkka's gonna try to get a level and start roaming, and I think he has to, because I don't know if they're gonna get a kill between Chaos Knight and Shadow Shaman.
They have a really good kill potential, I think, with Kunkka Mag, though. If he hits a torrent, that gives him an easy skewer back into the tower if the lane's close enough.
That's true.
Kill. If you can X him under tower.
See, I think that, I mean, they're welcome to do this however they want, but I think they should send Axe top and do an aggro tri-lane with the Naga Shaman Chaos Knight, because Axe would beat down Mag. I think Mag's most melees, but Axe wins against every melee, I think.
Well, I think
Mag... if Mag maxes nukes, he can probably fight an Axe.
Actually, you just run at them. And you can't. You have to concede the creep wave time, because he starts aggroing the creep wave as he attacks him, and you get a couple spins, and you're down to half health.
Yeah, I think the Jakiro is going to be able to deal with Axe at a reasonable pace, and I don't know. I haven't really. I've seen Kaka play Naga in some of the tournament in Star Ladder, and he's insanely effective at it. But man, Naga's a hard support hero to pull off, especially at this particular skill bracket. You get a bad sleep off, you might have just tanked your fight, like, versus resetting it, which is what your goal was. Boy, talk about what I didn't think was going to happen is this Invoker's. I know it's only the first wave, but he's got 4 creeps, which I didn't think he'd even have that. Oh, and I missed the first blood. Kunkka goes down in the top lane. I'm assuming, yeah, he must have gotten stunned up.
Oh, I can kill him too. Eat the mango. Eat the mango! Oh, he didn't eat the mango! You gotta eat your mango, man.
He popped it there. Oh, and
okay.
then paused it. Oof, lots of pauses over here.
Is that a BM pause?
Oh, it sure looked like it.
BM pause.
Oh, an Axe actually might go in the bottom lane. Oh, the Sunstrike just off the mark.
Very close. I don't know if it would have done that damage anyway.
He only had 2 levels. He only had 2 levels in the Sunstrike. I don't think it would hit or would have killed him.
Yeah, this Jakiro is going to be pretty effective in this lane with 2 melee on the other side. They need to control the lane a little bit better, but otherwise I think they're going to be in pretty good shape. This off lane, though, over here on the Radiant, I don't think it's going to go any better than what it's already done. Chaos Knight has less CS than I kind of expected, but...
You gotta kill them, so... Or
yeah,
assisting.
that's true. Kunkka just kind of running at Medusa. I don't think she cares.
Pushing out Invoker's wave for him.
Yeah.
Very nice support. Taking range creep. Oh, I don't think that's what you want to do.
No. Invoker will be able to get the deny off, but... Oh, actually didn't. She stuck it at the end. I still think Medusa is one of the dirtiest heroes in the game. Cedar Boy finally getting a little CS. Boy, with this Shadow Shaman, I'm surprised he's not just completely bullying him out of lane. Chaos Knight and Shadow Shaman are playing a little bit defensive, which is a little surprising. Go for the Torrent. Torrent is off the mark.
Yeah, they could have killed Coco right there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe not.
At least they could have gotten some good damage on him. That Shadow Shaman does so much damage.
I think they have to be really careful now when the wave's that close to the tower. Because they have both Skewer and X. They can keep people under the tower forever.
So I got a spin on Axe over here. Gonna take actually a ton of damage. He is gonna get his call off, which should save his life. Oh, there's a Sunstrike. I don't think that's gonna be enough though. But,
yeah,
the burn! Oh, the creep ends up getting it. Oof. Good play from the Invoker there. Missed the first Sunstrike, hits the other creep, finishes it off. Brings them up on the board.
This Invoker is crushing his lane.
I was just about to say that. I am shocked at how well he's doing. Yeah, she's got even 2 levels in the snake. Like, that just blows my mind. On their offlane, look at 9-9 on the Magnus and 12-1 on the Chaos Knight. How are they pulling this off? Of course, little caster's curse on that one. As I say that, he misses a shockwave. Uh-oh. I think Chaos Knight's going for a little bit of revenge. Kunkka is going to go down. Oh, misses the other shockwave. And now Cedar Boy's going to have to be on the run. Net. Oh, doesn't even need the net. Puts it on him anyways. Why not? Naga's actually has to go for the kill because a little paranoid that they didn't stack that well enough.
I think you should have skewered him farther. You just skewered him like 2 inches.
Yeah, do you think that was a little bit of a misclick, or do you think he actually had a plan there?
I'm not sure. I don't think he had the range to... Well, he went 2 and skewer. That's interesting. He might have had the range to push him back to tower then.
I was at least surprised he didn't try to break up the fight. I mean, I think his support was dead either way, but it would have given him the space that he needed to get out.
Yeah.
Of course, if he hits that shockwave too, right, he might have been able to turn that too, so a little bit hard to say. I'm still surprised about this Invoker. 26 and 17 against the third.
Yeah, no, this is what I've been looking at all the time is how this is, but because I don't think this should be happening.
No.
Not yet. It shouldn't happen until Volker gets a few levels into his exhort. He just neither one of them have really good damage at the beginning, so he's just straight up outlast hitting him, which is impressive.
He's gonna have Midas in like 30 seconds here.
Which is a really good Midas timing. Oh, you have some pretty good action up here on the top lane. Hunk is likely gonna... Oh, barely survives. Now Chaos Knight's on the run. Ooh, nice wand. Does get him back up to fighting condition. Cedar Boy trying to go for... Ooh, might be a... Oh! The shockwave hits. Now Kunkka X's him back. Oh, saves the day.
Wow. Dang. Some manly Magnus plays.
Pretty good play from Magnus there. Tired of missing those shockwaves and ends up getting a pretty good kill in return.
Alright, 7-minute Midas on Invoker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going bots next. He is extremely confident about his farm here.
His control, and he can handle Chaos Knight illusions pretty well too once he gets all his spells up. So if he balls out of control, he can take the game over.
Yeah, and if he lands a good EMP tornado, this Medusa is not going to be nearly as effective either.
Should he be going Ags over Boots of Travel, do you think? That's kind of how I would lean if I was him.
Depends on the game. I do like the Boots of Travel before Ags. It depends on how fast you have to fight. Like if you feel like you can just Boots of Travel and then stay away from the action and split push while you get your levels up and farm up, I think that's good still. And he needs the movement speed really early too when you're not maxing or putting a lot into your Wex, which he's not.
Did have a really good kill up top. Didn't have a really good stack of the stuns from the supports, but it didn't really matter. They had plenty of damage to get that Kunkka kill. Chaos Knight probably a little annoyed that his farm's not as where he probably wants, and trying to get that farm caught back up.
With the Voker too, the movement speed is a big defense mechanism because of their range stuns and disables. Like if you are able to see them coming, nobody has that kind of movement speed to keep up with you once you get it. So you just stay out of range to begin with. You stay way far away from everybody.
Yeah, I think this Invoker and Juggernaut are... I don't think they could have wanted better lanes. They are just killing it right now. Both top of the net worth chart. Invoker, 600 gold above the Chaos Knight right now, and I think with the Midas, that's just going to continue to explode ahead.
Sekiro destroys Axe in lane, so that's always a good move to put Sekiro against Axe.
Uh-oh, we do have an X on the Chaos Knight. Gonna get a Chaos Bolt off, but I think he will soon meet his match. Oh, whoa! What a play! Sunstrike is gonna be wow, and dodges the Sunstrike.
The juke of the
wow.
shockwave allowed him to get away from the Sunstrike.
Oh, now Naga came in here. Probably wants to see a little action off. Net was already used. Chaos Knight tangoed up, coming back in. Does end up going for a... Oh, and goes for a Chaos Bolt too, and there's a Torrent there. Doesn't hit anybody, and now the net is back up, and Naga gonna pick off the kill. This top lane is just going crazy.
He had Skewer up that whole time. He could have just ran right under his tower.
Over in the bottom lane, looks like an Omni Slash was used on the Juggernaut. Gets him a kill as well.
Oh, this is dead Chaos Knight.
Chaos Knight way overstayed his welcome. Gonna get likely, nope, never mind. Doesn't skewer back knowing the Sunstrike's there. Sunstrike doesn't even get the chance to kill him. Juggernaut gets the kill.
Kanoka escapes with like 50 health.
It's another interesting thing is there's I don't think it's that great, and especially this you end up taking a lot of damage if you hit it at the wrong time, especially early. And
say that again, Tara. You were cutting out quite a bit. We didn't hear the very first part of that.
Okay, I was gonna ask if my push to talk button has been messing up. Like I hear it popping 5 seconds after I've been pushing it and talking.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a little bit of lag. There's a little bit of drop on your audio. Oh, Axe is gonna go pretty aggressive against this Juggernaut, but they all both, I don't know where they're going. Did they not see that? Now Axe is completely caught up by these illusions. Probably no call. Yeah, I don't think he's got a call. Rotations are coming from the Kunkka, but doesn't even finish the TP. Knows his.
I think it got canceled. Or no, he just canceled it. Never mind.
Probably just want to continue to protect this top lane.
Ding ding.
Juggernaut.
That's nice.
Almost.
I don't think that's enough, so. Oh, with Sunstrike. That'll do it.
Now here on the bottom lane, Juggernaut is taunted up. Now we're going to see some rotations come in here. Jakiro lays down the Macro Pyre, trying to get this Axe skill. He can't quite get it. The Axe is wand up, but the Shockwave comes in, picks him off. And now Magnus gets that skewer, lands another kill. And now this solo Shadow Shaman is going to run for his life. Ice Path is hit. Can Juggernaut get close enough to do anything? Phase Boots in.
2 seconds.
Tries to get the Omni Slash. He just needs vision. He's going to see that. Doesn't even need the Omni Slash. Chaos Knight actually rotates in here. And now Chaos Knight, actually pops the ult. He might actually be okay. Can he get a Chaos Bolt in? No, he does not. And tries to go for the Reality Rift, but that does not stop a TP. Cedar Boy is now on the run. Axe is going to come to the shrine. Cedar Boy, I think that was worth it, though.
Check the... yeah, very worth it. They come out with 500 gold ahead after that fight.
And the Invoker is just farming.
Yeah.
Just doing his thing. I think he's playing this really smart, though. He knows that he needs to get way ahead of everybody, otherwise if it's the other way around, he's not going to be very effective.
So Invoker has listened to me and switched off of the bots and gone for Axe instead.
I think I like that better. I mean, that's. Oh wow, we actually see a
We're gonna smoke
over here from the Dire.
And it's popped.
Axe actually gonna get something on the Juggernaut. We're gonna have a net come out. Juggernaut is gonna get an Omni Slash off. Axe is gonna go down because of it, but Juggernaut will follow. I think Juggernaut's pretty happy he gets a kill from a, was it a 4-man smoke?
Yeah.
Can't complain too bad about that.
Made the best of it. And they're going to get top tower off this too, I think. Unless they get some TPs real quick. Oh, there's one.
Oh, there's one. Aga to come in here. She should be close to level 6. She does have her song online. If she needs to, she could definitely come in here and reset the fight. Jakiro getting a little bit of farm in here in the bottom lane. Boker almost has his Ags, only 2 parts out. I think Chaos Knight might be in a little bit of trouble here if Radiant decide to go on him.
Invoker now has max exhort too, or 1 short of max exhort. So his Sunstrikes are really hurting.
Medusa is going to get this tier 1 tower before Invoker's going to get his. But he's going to lay all pain into her. She is going to get the tower. Her ult does come down, and now he's taking a ton of damage. He is not going to win this man fight. Oh, she starts to run. I'm not really sure why, though.
She would have lost a man fight, I think.
More action on top lane. RP comes out, takes out the Chaos Knight, but the stun comes in from the Shadow Shaman. And, however, it didn't matter. The Chaos Knight falls in the Macro Pyre. Song gonna pop out. He needs the TP. Oh, no TP for over a second. Is Megas able to guess where he is? No, he doesn't. Ends up going for the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's gonna dodge the shockwave, and now he's gonna skewer and dodges the skewer too.
He should have skewered and then aftershocked.
Unfortunately, there's not much Shadow Shaman can do to punish him for it, so no loss for him. That was kind of a silly play, though. So Legion's in the chat. He's asking, I'm gonna pose the question to you, my 2 experts. So why did Jug just dominate his lane?
Jakiro would be my opinion. Hero's a nightmare to deal with in lane.
Yeah, I think he went max dual breath. Yeah, that is
yeah,
a pain
dual
to
breath,
deal with.
and then you've got a 0 mana nuke that does 12 burn damage per second.
And if you get hit with all that and you get spun on, you're not getting out of that with phase boots too. So you have to be so careful. Chaos Knight is tired of that top lane though. He came bottom to deal with the Jug, which I find a little interesting too. Song is down for another 75 seconds. Omni Slash is available. Ooh, Axe that was the reveal of the blink, but it was a little bit off the mark. Ice Path comes down, gets a nice frozen Axe is dropping like none other. Net is going to come out. Reality Rip brings it back. It should be a dead Juggernaut, and it is.
They're completely out of abilities, though.
I think Juggernaut kind of... Oh, is this going to be a big RP? No, decides not to go for it.
Ooh, they keep going. Oh,
Juggernaut... Vilker's going to be way off the Sunstrike.
Oh,
big boat takes out a ton of damage on 2 of the heroes. Now Juggernaut's trying to see if he can deal with this Kunkka. Cedar Boy gets a pretty decent solo RP off, but he's trying to run from this Chaos Knight. I think he...
Oh, that armlet.
Oh, I thought Chaos Knight was actually going to pull that off. Cedar Boy ends up getting out of there. Shadow Shaman's looking for him.
He wants
he wants it to go. He's going to go for it, but he's going to get punished. I don't think he's going to get out of this now. Shadow Shaman got punished, and actually Cedar Boy gets the kill. Oh, my gosh. And Invoker just sitting up here farming. Got my Agnums. Going to get a Yule Scepter next. I just pop a Sunstrike. I don't even have to hit, and I'm doing my job in this mid lane.
I think you should go to Lincoln's.
We all know how Seqoia and
I was about to say, I can only hear Legion in the back of my mind after that. The problem with the Lincolns, though, they have so many solo hits. They have the Chaos Knight 2 of his abilities. They have the Snake. They have 2 Shadow Shaman and a Net. They have just tons of abilities to cancel the Lincolns. All sorts of action here on this bottom lane, though.
It's the first initial one, and then you can, reaction-wise, you can deal with whatever happens after that with a tornado or whatever else. But that first initial one that will catch you if you're not ready for it is what you're really, really scared about, and that's what the Lincoln stops. That's why I would like it here.
The hard part about that is, like, if Chaos Knight goes in and he reality risks first, that's going to pop it, and then a Chaos Bolt's following it. Then now you're stunned. Yeah, you may not be dead, but you're not going to be able to really count, you know, do a change into an Exort and something like that unless you have it already set up.
That's true, but as long as you have the movement speed, you'll see him coming. It's more for, like, Blink Sheep that I'm thinking. Blink Sheep or Naganet, which has a crazy range.
Yeah, it does have a crazy range. That is true. I don't mind Lincolns. I just really like Lincolns as a much further down, especially if you're having problems taking high ground. That's when I like Lincolns. Because, you know, same concept, right? You're going uphill, someone tries to stun you, you can usually at least turn around and then have your ally force staff you back. Because usually it feels like when you're in those situations, even with the Lincolns, you can expect 2 things to hit you. And it's tough for me to react fast enough where you can still get out of that, even with a core hero. Unless it's something like a silence and you have a Manta, but I don't think this is that type of game. You're going to see more stuns off than anything. Maybe a smoke over here on the side of the Radiant? No?
You have one on Jack.
Wow, Naga went for a Blink Dagger. That's
even better reason to get a Lincoln's now. That's a crazy initiation.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I kind of like that.
Yeah, Blink Song.
I mean, if you do have a bad team fight, she can blink in there and get a song off. Blink in when, like Tara said, that Net has just an insane range. Oh, too slow on the axe. Oh, he hesitated. Now, what is Naga doing? She comes back. I think she needed a song there. She's getting. Oh, whoa.
What? Whoa.
Where did Axe come from? Holy shit!
But he got caught in that RP.
Blinks in and immediately comes up with an RP, and now the Shadow Shaman's just walking around like he's like a little chicken with his head cut off. And you know what? Juggernaut will take his head off. Omni Slash on the Shadow Shaman. 3 down for the Dire team. Oh my gosh, that was just. I was about to say solo RP on the Naga, is that worth it? But man, getting an Axe in there, that makes it.
I think it was just incredibly unfortunate timing from Axe.
Yeah.
He just got really unlucky with that.
Yeah, no, Axe blinked. Like, he didn't see Axe there. Axe blinked and couldn't even call in time before the RP went off. I mean, Axe is probably tilted out of his mind right now.
I would be. Tornado's going to be off the mark on Chaos Knight, but...
With Invoker balling out of control, no EMP on Chaos Knight, that's like 90% of his mana.
Yeah.
And he's a really mana dependent, really low mana availability hero. Like, EMP will destroy Chaos.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, if his ult isn't down, then he's not going to win a team fight, right? I mean, he needs his ult to really be really effective in team fights. He's not going to be able to man fight one-on-one against a Juggernaut, especially a Juggernaut that's pretty well farmed. I guess he's actually caught up better to the Juggernaut than I was thinking he was, but Medusa is actually pulling ahead of the Juggernaut slightly, which is a little surprising.
Naga has a smoke, but all their lanes are pushing. Well, top lane's pushing.
So at this point in the game, I mean, I think we were kind of agreeing that this is exactly how the Radiant wanted the laning phase to go, as we're kind of in the middle of the mid-game. What team should be focused on farming and what team should be focused on objective taking?
Both should be focused on farming. They both, I don't know, it's just gonna be interesting how it plays out. I think they both have the same objective, just get their cores big.
Yeah, I think on the Radiant, Juggernaut wants his Diffusal Blade, which he's almost got. He's very, very, very close. Oh, and he misses the pull, too. Invoker is going to have it, actually has his Eul Scepter. We do have a big smoke coming out here. Only the Naga didn't, or the Medusa didn't get caught out by it. Oh, Song comes out. There's all sorts of heroes here. Are they going to be able to make something of it? Axe comes in here, tries to get it toward top, but doesn't quite get it. Naga doesn't get a decent net off, hold him back. Chaos Knight just deletes the Invoker. Medusa's getting all sorts of damage done. Jug does get the Omni Slash down on Axe, and now Chaos Knight's going to have to be on the run. Face Boots is going to be online for Juggernaut. He does end up finishing him off, and now Medusa does not want to man fight this Juggernaut, and Juggernaut's looking for blood. 3 for 4 so far, and I'm thinking this is going to be a full 5-man team fight in favor of the Radiant. This Medusa's holding him off so long.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, how is he living?
That was actually in favor of Dire.
Wow.
Radiant took 880 gold from that, and Dire took 1111.
Well played. That does deserve a well played there. That was mighty impressive. I can't believe that. And she's going to beam to the shrine and then heal up. Wow. That was not how I expected that to go. Apparently I just need to stop calling things in this game because I don't think I've gotten one single thing right yet. Radiant do maintain a 5k net worth advantage so far, but at 24 minutes, that's not much of an advantage.
He only just got his Diffusal too, which he had in his stash during that whole fight, and if he would have had it, Medusa would have died there for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I think if Invoker wouldn't have gotten netted too, I think that fight would have gotten substantially different. Medusa gets thrown up in the air, blasted back down, Shadow Shaman dies as well. Radiant, little pissed. Medusa got out once before, not going to let it happen again. And this is probably 2 towers for them? I don't
So this Magnus has a Diffusal, which kind of confuses me, because he's got, like, everything he needs. I'm not sure why you do that.
What?
You can just... He went, Midas on Magnus after he got his Blink and Arcanes. Which I don't really agree with personally, because he's got everything he wants.
I mean, if they see it going, I think the Midas can pay off.
I mean, at this point, I don't think they... I mean, I think they're...
They're not going to go late. This is going to be done in like 15 minutes tops, I think.
Yeah,
it is now, but it's because they won that fight in the last minutes. But before that, it looked like it was going to go late.
Yeah, I think I would rather have a Force in any case than a Midas.
Yeah, I think I'm with you too. I think it's way more important to have a way to get out of a situation where you may have had a bad initiation and be able to try to fix it, make it a better initiation, and Force Staff kind of gives you that opportunity. Also helps you get out of...
He has to get a beat. Like, we just saw that where he cold snapped and he couldn't even get a stun off. He was just permanently cold snapped. He has to get a BKB.
Who needs BKB?
Am I breaking up still?
Yeah. We usually always hear the end of what you say, but the first part we can't hear. Yeah, this is what I think the Radiant need to do. Grab a Roshan so we can get high ground.
Alright, so I think what's happening is I push the talk button and it doesn't come on for like 3 or 4 seconds. So let's try to work around that, sorry.
No, it's all good.
I want to fight this though.
I don't
think they can.
I think they're gonna miss it. Invoker's actually there. He sees him. Medusa's trying to see if he can get an ult off, but not getting a lot done. Dire heroes are getting insanely low. Axe is gonna fall, and Medusa's now going man mode on Juggernaut, and Juggernaut is more than happy to take that fight. Beautiful RP from the Magnus. Gonna completely control the Chaos Knight. No X though. I thought, oh, now X comes out, which is pretty much just gonna guarantee his kill. I don't think he's armlet togging out of that. And now 3 heroes down for Dire. They have everything they need to start heading up ground. I think Juggernaut picked up the Aegis too, yep. was kind of hoping they'd see an X on the Chaos Knight after that pretty decent RP, but well, it must not have been a range or cooldown.
The K after the last fight, like it was 14K now. It was 2K the last time I looked just a couple minutes ago. Like those fights in the last like 3 to 4 minutes have just been awful for the Dire.
Well, I think they keep taking fights that they don't have the advantages on. I mean, I don't see any wards up here for the Radiant, but boy, they knew that was coming.
They're just gonna back. Interesting.
I'm a little surprised by that.
Oh, Jug's got his Manta coming to him. They want to get that.
I'm still a little confused how Invoker saw that play coming. I'd love to see if there's how he saw that vision. That was a really nice tornado play. Invoker, top of the net worth. Actually, Juggernaut's not too far behind either. This is where you don't want to be in a Chaos Knight, right? Chaos Knight does not. He's not a farming hero.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, exactly.
I think that's why I don't really like Chaos Knight. I don't think he's a bad carry, just if I had to pick one, he's not even on my top 5 list because he just, if he doesn't do well in lane and then he doesn't have a good recovery, he's useless. Like, your support sometimes will do more damage.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, whenever I play against a Chaos Knight, it seems like I get crushed. But then whenever I have it on my team, it's a terrible Chaos Knight.
And he can do well, but boy, you just, things gotta really line up for him.
It's high risk, high reward. Like he can control, and he's horrifying in it. Each one of his illusions is insanely tanky and does tons of damage. Or yeah, he has no comeback mechanic at all.
Or his ult. Like, you've got a 50% chance for your ult to just be useless, basically.
Yeah, that is also a factor too. I'm also a little surprised how mediocre this Medusa's been in this game too. I mean, she did decide to go for a Lincoln Sphere, which
I don't like it.
I think it's highly questionable. Again, you're probably stopping probably the X, maybe the Cold Snap. I mean, it's just not. I mean, even if it blocks the Cold Snap, which is probably, or even the X, it's not that big a deal. They have so much other control they can deal with you. I mean, if Invoker or Kunkka are there, you're probably assuming you're going to get blown through. I think it's going for more highly damaged items. So she's getting decent ults off, but she comes in these fights and she's just not outputting any damage.
Yeah, it's Medusa and then Weaver as well. I don't know what it is, but people just feel compelled to rush Lincolns on those two heroes, and it's bad every single time they do it.
Yeah, they don't tell Samael about Medusa getting a Lincoln's. I don't remember what turn it was, about a year ago. He ranted like on camera for like a solid 30 seconds on how it was the shittiest thing you could do, and I was like, wow, dang. I was like, I hope some pubs hear that, because I think the same thing. But
I think that's what they think is, oh yeah, Mask of Madness, it'll accelerate my farm, it'll be my farming item, and then I'll go Lincolns after that. It's not enough, and Maelstrom's way better in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Way better. Maelstrom
and like a
Hurricane Pike, I think is by far the way to go on Dusa.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, her Lincoln's is already popped. They're trying to go high ground now. His ship's going to come in, probably get a hit on her. Yep, because here comes the Torrent, which Lincoln's went to protect it against anyways. Nice RP. Oh, man, nice skewer from Magnuson. And a beautiful RP gets 2-man. The Juggernaut Ages will go down. Chaos Knight comes in here, seeing what he can get done. Kunkka's going to get pretty much obliterated. Now Omni Slash pretty much just on the Chaos Knight as a Chaos Meteor is on top of his head. Chaos everywhere. Now a buyback comes out from Medusa, but I think she already ulted. I can't tell. No, she doesn't. She does have an ult available to her. Naga also has a vault. She could reset up the fight if she needs to. Invoker, I don't know what he's doing. He's way in the back line. Now Naga's trying to get out of there. She does have a song. Maybe she'll go for it. Tornado just clips The Shadow Shaman sends him up in the air, and now the Medusa ult's going to come in here, but she gets hit by the EMP, and I don't know if she's going to care. Wow, we're actually seeing
good turn.
Pretty decent turn. Axe is probably going to come in here. Tries to protect. Oh, Juggernaut, does he get saved? The Naga can't get in there. Oh, what a play from Invoker. And man, he ends up getting a kill too. Oh my gosh. And they only
lose a range rax.
They did lose a range rax. Okay, so it wasn't. It's a pretty good hold considering, but it was an expensive.
I don't know. They had to buy
too.
back on Dusa too. That's not good. Chaos Knight is. He goes in and he blows up one person and he just gets destroyed by Invoker's lockdown.
And he did destroy the Kunkka, which kind of had already done what he needed to do that fight too, right? So you're not really massively changing the way the fight's going versus going in like when he went up on top when he went on Invoker and just picked off Invoker right away. You know, massive change in how the team fight's going to go from then on. Kunkka already launched his boat. He already did his first Torrent Axe. Probably could get another Torrent Axe off, but not a significant difference between what the Invoker or Juggernaut can do in the fight.
Yeah, the Jug basically soloed the Chaos Knight there too, and Chaos Knight was in basically the best situation you could hope for to survive an Omni Slash. He had his ult out, and he was right next to Creep Wave, and he still died to the Omni Slash. That was about as good as it gets, and he still went down to it.
It leads up to 20,000 now. Is that unthrowable? I don't know if it's unthrowable.
Nah, nothing's unthrowable.
Nah,
you just sit in your fountain.
It's really going to be hard to throw a 24,000 lead at 34 minutes.
Oh, I think
you'd have to lose like 3 high ground attempts in a row.
Until they have to lose, I think, at least a couple melee racks, melee barracks before it gets to that point. So just to clean up some confusion in the chat, I was saying Samael hates the Lincolns on Medusa, which we also hate. So I was saying that we were on the same page, not that we disagreed with a pro player. We were agreeing with him. I don't know. I think it's interesting they're trying to push up this lane now. Especially with this melee racks at only a 2/3 health. Chaos Knight does have his ults. Everything's set up on both teams. Ice Path comes down on Medusa, locks her in for just a little bit. Invoker do Invoker things in the back line, just coming in the mid, launching tornadoes from weird angles, trying to catch out more of the defense team from the Dire, but only able to clip the axe. Did pretty much expend his entire mana pool, though. Just, you see all the Invoker and the Magnus just buffing the entire team of the Radiant. Even the Illusions do a decent amount of damage. Here comes the X. Oh, misses the X Torrent combo ship. But nice thing about the Kunkkas is...
Oh no, that's Scotty on the side.
Oh, tried to sneak it in, didn't happen. Mid tower is gonna fall. Kind of a big fight going on here. Medusa is gonna put down her ult, trying to see if she can get this Juggernaut taken care of. She might get him, but here comes the Omni Slash, just starts laying into the Dire, and Axe is gonna take out all the pain. Naga's gonna actually pick off the Juggernaut, which is completely surprising, but Rax is gonna get taken out. Invoker just really doing a good job on backlining that. Takes out, oh wow, Axe just died to the Macro Pyre, and I think that's GG.
Probably.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So, Book of Mormon, take game 1. Peace and love. What do they need to come back and rethink to get this game in their hands for game 2?
Do whatever they did to us last week.
All right, you heard it from Ziggy, guys. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, game 2 of this AD2L playoffs is up. I am Seqoia, and I'm joined with the LSC crew once more, Tar and Ziggy. We have two of my favorite heroes in this patch, or this meta, Disruptor and Elder Titan. I'm pretty excited about the Elder Titan. He is probably my favorite support hero right now for a 4 position.
We're seeing...
I like it against agility cores, and only against agility cores, and even then I think it's only okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, interesting.
It's like Naga.
Cores, huh?
Oh yeah, because of the natural order. It takes away all their armor.
Okay, so that's interesting. So I like it against anyone that doesn't have an ability to stop his sleep. So Lifestealer is just... Elder Titan is literally food for Lifestealer, because there's nothing Elder Titan can do about it. He can smack him once or twice, but that's about it. You try to sleep Lifestealer and he's got his rage up, he rages and then just turns on you. And since it's a channeling ability, you're just sitting there casting this channel that's not going to actually hit him, and then he freaking just munches on you. Juggernaut's kind of the same situation, I feel. Anyway, any hero that can get out of that sleep, Omni Knight kind of in that same boat, I think is just food. However, against heroes like Tidehunter, oh, so freaking good. He comes in there, gets his beautiful ult off with his nasty tentacles all over the place, and then you just counter, and then you put half the team to sleep, and then you follow it off with your brutal ult that just does a ton of damage. I think he's one of the best
really initiation here.
Yeah, I think
and
he's
Disruptor too.
Yeah.
Disruptor glimpses somebody back, and then you just counter it. If it's not you, obviously.
Yeah, but even if it's you, it sometimes forces the Static Storm to come out, which, depending on the situation, might actually win you the team fight, right? You throw down an illusion or your spirit, and then you start channeling your sleep. Okay, I'm going to have to freaking use my ult on this guy now, because otherwise he's going to put my entire team to sleep, and his team might actually respawn and come kill us. So I think he has really... And I really like the fact they picked Omni Knight, because, again, keeping away those heroes, especially offlaners with support abilities like Omni Knight, that keep the sleep from actually being able to lock onto the target, I think is kind of the key to dealing with Elder Titan. So I think that was a pretty good ban. I would probably say I think Lifestealer for Peace and Love would be an option right now. I doubt they'll go it because he's kind of a niche pick, but Lifestealer just destroys. I think he's actually pretty good against Omni Knight too. Book of Mormon bust out.
Okay, so I was gonna say, here's an interesting thing. The other thing is the Disruptor play, which has been interesting because we never wanted them to get it, so we always either first banned it or took it for ourselves. And this time, Peace and Love actually get it. But then they don't get their Medusa, but then they still ban the AM in the second phase there, showing that they kind of still want it again. And instead, Book of Mormon just take it straight up from them. So interesting to see how this plays out. And also, they don't. Book of Mormon can still go Jug if they want to, who's also really good against Disruptor, since he can just spin out of getting glimpsed.
Yeah. Yep. I think.
And they also have the Omni who can buff somebody to purge the glimpse as well.
I think they should probably grab Jug right now, honestly. It's good with
the Peace and Love should. So
yeah,
Book of Mormon get it.
Disruptor. Yeah, I think that's worth it.
Yeah, and actually, I like Juggernaut and Disruptor a lot. I think they synergize really well together. The only thing that you could maybe say is the control on Disruptor isn't a full stun nor immobilize. It's kind of like you got to stay in this area, which Juggernaut can usually handle pretty well because he's got a spin, but it's just not as good of control as like Shadow Shaman. Oh,
okay.
here's a dirty hero.
When I was looking at Medusa and how to pick, Caudle has the highest increased win rate against Medusa of any hero.
Yeah, you got a blind.
According to Dota Buff, he wins 5% more times than his normal win rate against playing against the Medusa. Like it's crazy. And I thought about taking it, but I just hate Caudle. He's so good against Medusa.
So Caudle's one of my favorite heroes, and I think you're seeing him a lot picked up, especially with GH on Liquid. Like, you cannot go high ground against him. If he gets an early Scepter, high ground against a Keeper of the Light is almost impossible, because best case scenario, you only get hit with a Blinding Light. Worst case scenario, you get hit with a blinding light and a mana leak, and you get freaking blasted by a 500 damage AoE that, oh, by the way, also heals your team if you're in. And then if you look at going uphill, it's just a nightmare too. Oh, hey, we did really good damage. Oh, he just did 1,000 health heal on their entire freaking team. Oh, good. Now they're just going uphill again. And then again, blinding light, blinding light. It's just so freaking awful to deal with. I think it was
Omni is not their offlaner.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's interesting.
They have a double
They're
melee
running
support
with
duo?
Omni Elder Titan supports.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Me either.
So I really like Elder, except for the situation that they just drafted. Well, I mean, beyond the situation I already talked about, but yeah, that's. I mean, I guess the one thing is the Omni Knight has that nice slow, makes the sleep hit a little bit easier, especially if Centaur gets a good blink, but it does increase the difficulty of your laning phase.
Man, what does Centaur do here?
What do you guys think of
I don't think he
Centaur?
adds anything to their draft.
He gets on top of Coddle and just annihilates him in 2 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot better heroes for that. You know? Get a core that can do that.
Yeah, and I think if Coddle stays back far
Phantom
enough.
Lancer, alright. So they
There's
went
your-
full on screw your Dusa pick. We got Coddle PL. Well, let's see if they know how. I mean, obviously they know in theory how to counter it, but like I said, the PL Dusa, it goes both ways. So I guess we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think I would be a little bit. I don't know. I actually really like Peace and Love's draft. Quite a
They
bit.
don't have a way to keep PL off of Dusa, really. Unless Centaur counter initiates, but you don't want him doing that.
Yeah, and again, you talk about what Elder's
I
good
don't
at,
know.
right? Elder throws down his sleep channel. If Phantom Lancer hasn't aggroed his Doppelwalk, he's just gonna Doppelwalk and dodge it. And then again, what does Elder do if you miss the sleep? He's very ineffective.
All 4 of their heroes have, well, except for Dusa, really low mana pools and are very mana intensive heroes. So Diffusal is going to do, no matter what, an insane amount of work this game.
And you have
for
mana
PL.
mana leak too, right? I mean,
Yes. Oh my. It's so interesting because if you would have just taken this 3 picks ago, it was when they had Book of Mormon had the Dusa. We hadn't seen how they would counter it yet. I was like 90% Book of Mormon already won this draft, won this game, series is over. And then 3 picks later, now I'm already thinking they've just completely thrown the draft away. And now Peace and Love are 9% favored for this. Like, what a turn in this draft. Wow.
yeah, I will say Book of Mormon continually surprise me of how well they run their drafts. And I've talked to one of their, he doesn't play for the team, but he plays for their SEAL league team, and he says that we really have weird drafts and we don't know why they work. And I think it's
They're
really
the
true.
wings.
Yeah,
They're
they
like
are.
wings.
They are, and that's all he said. He didn't say like if they talk about them or what their strategy and like how they come up with them, but he just said, just so you know, we have really weird drafts. They're just beyond weird. And he talked about a couple other ones they've had in the AD2L this year, and then a couple in SEAL. And he was right; they are really weird. And the last 2 series we've cast with them, they continue that trend. So I think Peace and Love's draft is pretty well balanced. Maybe lacking a little bit in the damage, especially in the right click, but I think PL will make up for that eventually. And they're going to go with the sniper to finish off their draft.
I do really like the sniper pick.
You don't?
I do like it. I think it's pretty good.
I don't know, dude. PL, Quap, Coddle, like they can really deal with that. Glimpse, every single one of their heroes can deal with him or get on top of him. I don't know. Are they gonna run Sniper mid? Sniper beats, like, destroys Quap. In my opinion, if you play it right, which you wouldn't think so. But if it's the Dusa, Quap will destroy Dusa. So it's interesting to see how they lane it.
I wonder if they picked the sniper to deal with the Quap mid.
He's really good against her. Quap needs a +1 and at least 3 in her nuke before she can man up on sniper. But she can never right click him because if he's right clicking her, she keeps getting headshot, and her attack gets so slowed that she just can't right click him. So the shadow dagger into just right clicking him down doesn't really work with Quap against sniper.
Yeah, I think if Peace and Love really nail their laning, I think Book of Mormon are going to be in a pretty rough situation, especially on the support side, because I think their supports are pretty greedy, and I could see their net worth just continuing to not grow unless they get some pretty big kills in the beginning. But you know what? Book of Mormon has surprised me almost every game that I've seen them cast in the last week and a half, so I'm not putting my bets on anybody. I've learned to...
Yeah, Sniper's going mid, Deuce is going safe lane.
I do like that, though. I think that's a pretty smart move. I really like Tidehunter in this current patch, too. I think he's pretty disruptive.
Well, let's be real about that game 2, which AM we left in, and that was, I think, the big one. But Grip destroyed us with that Tidehunter.
Yeah. It's Crack and Shell. That's an insane ability.
Well, and it's good. It's pretty good against most
so
of
well.
Book of Heroes' abilities too, right? I mean, the sleep, it could potentially venture off. It could knock off. I think it knocks off the stone, if I remember right. Definitely the centaur stun.
He'll be getting slowed a lot. You might need a force to get out of shrapnel, and have to be really careful about the angles that he approaches the fights from with his blink. Because they have a lot of different ways to cancel it. Dusa just attacking all in the AoE. Sniper is really good against blinks potentially with shrapnel in his range. So he'll have to be really careful about his initiation. Like that first game, the game 1 where I was a sniper and he was the axe, I kept canceling his blink because he was coming in from very obvious routes to try to blink initiate. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, it's just something that they have to be really careful about not being seen in order to get his blink off so it doesn't get canceled.
What if he doesn't go blink, though? What if this is carry tide, and he goes like Shadowblade Echo Saber or something? And then at level 25 gets 250 damage.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if he's being serious or not. I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Half serious. I feel like maybe it can work, but you have to have a really, really, really good start.
You'd have to just I mean, like 6-7 kills in your lane.
Alright, and Centaur just bullying PL here. And even, I don't know if Disruptor can handle the two of them by himself, really.
The nice thing is Disruptor has the best nuke at level 1 in the game, hands down.
I hate that ability.
It's my favorite.
So annoying.
I freaking love it. Disruptor's one of my favorite heroes in the game right now, so... He is so much fun. Plus he is on a Velocil Raptor, I mean, just, that's badass in itself. So lane's going. Oh wow, nice stomp. You're gonna be kept up on Centaur. Nope, not able to get in range for any more harass damage. Actually, the PL is not getting much done. Only 3 CS so far. Centaur is doubling his CS right now. And got some pretty good action on this Tidehunter. Omni Knight just hitting his hammer on him, saying it's hammer time, just beating him, forcing out a salve already. And here comes more Coddle Blasts. The one disadvantage of just spamming the Coddle Blast like this is the lane is... Oh, man. Fail, Seqoia. It's all in this intense thought. I didn't think Centaur was going to die. He'd been getting bullied out. He'd been doing all the bullying, but must have been a little bit over-aggressive there. PL needed that, though. Did PL get the kill?
Nah, Disruptor did.
Okay. So this is a Disruptor critique from Seqoia just because I spam this hero all the time. I really, really like 3 clarities on him. I don't think Disruptor's near as effective with just right clicks than he is with his Thunder Strike. And especially when you're looking at the Elder Titan Centaur, making Elder Titan throw out a Spirit just to cancel your clarity is totally worth it. And now he's completely out of mana, and looks like PL's actually going to get caught out by the creep blocking his path. Coddle is not...
Coddle top too.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent sized win. That's going to really open up this bottom lane for Medusa. Especially since the lane is pushed so far down to the bottom tower.
Yeah, they have to try lane top. They just have to. It's not going to work. And PL's... If he gets out of control, he'll take over this game, but he'll need space.
Yeah, and I think the Tidehunter is going to be pretty happy to deal with Medusa, who doesn't really necessarily hit that hard. Actually opts to go for a level on her split shot, which...
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's kind of weird.
Huge mistake.
Yeah,
Your waves are going to be pushing now.
I was...
it's going to be pushing, and she only last hits... She has 41 damage now.
I was actually trying to summon what
that's
Legion would say in that, because that is like... I think that is his ultimate pet peeve about Medusa, grabbing an early level split shot. Maybe even more so than Lincoln's, but it'd probably be pretty close. Some ward pops out from the supports up here. Disruptor looks like he must have headed home or went to... Yeah, he must have went home. He's back full mana. 1/1/1 build on him. Nice Elder. Not able to lock onto a glimpse. Medusa's finally doing pretty well down here now. Her farm is just accelerating. 22 and 4. Top of the farm chart right now. Is Soul Ring a common pickup on Tidehunter?
I think so now, yes.
I think it's okay.
His regen's so high, and he can spam his spells all he wants to.
This is actually hurting a little bit. I think it's really good, especially against Dusa, though. If she could just take all his mana like that, he has guaranteed mana if he needs it.
I kind of like it. I mean, he's got the shell to keep him pretty well protected from her right clicks. I mean, she's doing okay damage to him, but not anything insane. Oh, purification. He's got to watch out for that. The snake. Oh!
And he walks away.
Oh, I don't think they expected that snake to do as much damage as it did. And I think he's got a shrine available to him too, so he'll be able to bring back mostly at full health. Elder Titan looks like caught out Disruptor in this top lane though, and he is going to fall. Nothing PL can do about it. Just watch his friend wake up from a nap and then an axe to the face.
This Omni doesn't have any levels in Degen Aura because he had to go support. I think if you had a level in Degen, they got that kill.
Yeah, I really like Omni as a hero, but Cedar Boy actually taking a ton of damage on the top lane here. Elder's gonna get a sleep. Wow, nails the sleep. PL. Cedar Boy praising his support. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
But he missed himself.
Yeah. That was... I can't believe PL was out of the range on that. Wasn't out of range on that. Thanking the Dota gods. Now he's going to shrine up too, so both offlaners end up opting to use the shrines. Omni Knight only level 3.
We're seeing this mid lane matchup turn out like I thought too. Sniper's almost doubling her up on last hits.
So is Medusa going for Lincoln's guys?
I sure hope not.
Maybe just an early Perseverance and then Lincoln later. I'd be fine with that because the regen really is crazy good. But she shouldn't, no.
Not with a Tide. I mean, that Tide's going to always keep that thing down. Or, I mean, even Thunderstrike on the Disruptor, it's not that expensive. Neither are very expensive skills. Even PL, I mean, what are you trying to block?
I bet it's just the Ring of Health into a Hurricane Pike later.
Okay, that's okay. That would be fine then. I like that a lot better. Uh-oh, PL's caught out this mid lane. Oh man, oh man, he is so tanky though. They might be able to get a glimpse off. Oh, they end up pulling it down, so at least they get another return kill. But that is their carry. Goes back down to the grave. And that, what is that? 2 kills for him? 2 assists?
Bob hasn't got it. Oh, she just got another last hit, but she hadn't had another last hit in like the last 2 waves.
Yeah, 16 or 17 to 34. That's a tough mid lane. This sniper is doing work. Just tasting around, kind of playing around a little bit on this swap. BL
And
getting
this
gone
poor-
on again.
This poor Omni, I don't think he's had mana in like 2 minutes.
That's the hard part about support heroes is I just think having mana is so important, and clarities are so cheap. It's so easy just to keep waving out clarities to you and kind of popping those, and they're actually pretty freaking efficient. Medusa's actually starting to pick up some CS as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she is
She's
dominating the farm right now. Holy cow.
She's got the Mask of Madness queued up.
Oh man, Twop actually came up here and rotated on this mid lane, but oh no, the uphill miss! Oh, oh man, the 2 uphill misses with the Eldar. Almost gets out of there. Oh, nice glimpse from the Disruptor bringing him. Oh, the Omni Knight saves freaking Centaur. Finally had some mana to do something. Oh, beautiful play from him. Centaur was dead to rights with that glimpse too.
Omni's gonna need to get an Aetherlens. Did you hear all that? Sorry, it's starting to do it again. Omni's gonna need to get an Aetherlens this game for sure for the cast range. You should just go Aetherlens Soul Ring.
Yeah, I think he needs to get a Soul Ring up here pretty quick. He's having some major mana problems. I mean, luckily for him, this PL is really far back in farm. But if he gets this Diffusal Blade, Omni's never going to have mana. Never. The other nice thing is no mana leak is available yet, and Coddle's only at level 5.
Last hits wise, look at Dusa compared to anybody on the Dire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Even compared to anyone on Radiant, she's almost doubling Sniper even.
Yeah, this is turning into a complete nightmare.
Well, and this is what you have to be so scared about Medusa, how she farms the jungle like this, even on Radiant. I mean, it's way better on Dire, but even on Radiant, it is insanely impressive. And you just can't let her do that, because she will get out of control. She's already...
Yeah, we got 3 Radiant heroes at the top of the net worth.
Coddle's dead.
Good. This early in the game to have that happen is really, really not good.
Especially with a draft that I think kind of had the advantage in the laning phase, right? I mean, I think their supports were pretty weak in the laning phase, to be, in my opinion, and they're doing very well now. 4K ahead. Phantoms actually had to go up to the jungle to try
I think
to get
Tide's
farm.
dead here. Oh, Deuce got blocked by her own creeps.
So sad.
Oh, Tide's actually going to not TP out. I kind of figured he'd TP out. He does have a full wand charge. Coddle's going to come in.
Snake could kill him here.
I was going to say, she wants to probably try to see if she can get this Tide kill. Mantle Shield is online. Nope. A little too fast for him.
Oh. That could have been dead Coddle if the snakes went for him.
Now Omnilike's back down here, healing up his Medusa back to full health. Sitting at level 11. She's almost 1 level a minute. That is crazy good.
On safe lane, yeah. That is really good.
And I think this PL is so underfarmed. I think this Medusa is going to be sniper. Just blast down this Coddle. I don't even know if he got... Yeah, he didn't even need his ult. Died before the ult. Shrapnel got it. This game
this
is...
PL is still working on his treads.
Yeah, 12 minutes and 30 seconds in.
At this point, he should go boots of travel and just stay away from their team and try to play it like an Ember or
But he can't because he's taking a nap, and Centaur will cut off his head. He tried to get back in the lane to get the higher gold value creeps, but this Elder Titan's sleeps have just been on point this entire game. Tidehunter looks like he's going to try head top.
Long TP though.
Also not really sure, I mean, what he's going to do up here.
He does have Ravage. Not that it would probably do much.
mean, I think the whole idea of the Tidehunter pick was, you know, Ravage, have the PL start doing his thing, and then follow up with a Queen ult and Scream, but these heroes are so poor on Peace and Love. And Queen's level 10, which is pretty good, but she's in not really fighting shape, I would say.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This Centaur,
She's got shreds.
as this Centaur has his hoods, Tranquil, almost a blink. Gonna have a quick pause. Must be a laggy day.
Lag issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's the Hurricane Pike next for Dusa. Just got the Dragonlance queued up.
Yeah, I like that Ring of Health pickup now that I know it's not a Lincoln's. Hey, just that consistent harass from Gush she was just tired of dealing with, so I think that was a really smart grab. But now Dire have all these heroes in this top lane, and I don't know if they're going to get a whole lot more accomplished than they had no one up there. Queen's trying to get some work done.
Medusa now has double the net worth of anybody on Dire. Like, at 14 minutes. It's not like she's even got items to her to completely steamroll out of control yet, you know?
And it's going to get worse.
I hate to say it's over, but I think it's over.
They might be able to get the Centaur here. Does get a nice pullback. However, the Elder Titan is going to just completely zone out the Dire. And they're going to have to fall way back.
Meanwhile, bottom, Dusa pushes.
Yeah. Almost, I mean, past the tier 2 tower, too. Like, she literally is not afraid of anything. Yeah, coming
At
in.
this point, she should just get a Blightstone just for better pushing efficiency.
I mean, what's this Coddle going to do to her? Like,
Die.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, he's going
man.
though.
Finally
Yeah.
turns up, does end up getting all Ravage is going to come out. They might actually be able to kill. That would be a pretty decent bounty, but man, she stones up Tide and PL. Now PL's in all sorts of trouble, does wand up. Doppelgang does dodge a little bit of extra damage. Oh my god, they do take her. PL lives and he gets the kill. Oh my gosh. That Coddle had to sacrifice his life, but well worth it. They are going to lose this
gold.
tier 1 tower up here, but that was a kill they had to take. Well worth the sacrifice of the tower. They're going to need a lot more of that, though. That's only one step of the major problem tree they
Yeah,
have.
they're still like 8k behind in the net worth. They've got a pretty long slog ahead of them to get back ahead.
Another thing with Quap is she's going first item Orchid, which is potentially really good, but you got to get it by like at least 17 or 18 minutes, or else you're just way behind. And it's 16 minutes now, and she's nowhere even close to it. Nowhere close. She's got Dreads, Nulls, and a bottle. I think she should switch it up and just start going stats, because she's just gonna have to be tankier at this point. Maybe an Ags or something.
I think, yeah. And this Medusa is just farming away. Yeah, I died. Whatever. I don't care. I'm going to go a Maelstrom and get even more farm and just continue to push ahead. I mean, what's this PL going to do? He's sitting at 4,600. He's so
It's a
poor.
pretty good call. Maelstrom will rip through PL illusions like paper.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean...
Smoke with invisible sniper.
Yeah, I think Book
They
of
do have a
Mormon,
blink on Centaur.
Book of Mormon want... Oh, man, and Queen going to get caught out here. Does end up... Wow. The Static Storm going to give him a little bit extra cover, but the Disruptor will likely go down for his pain. And I don't know if the Dire can do anything about this Peace and Love. I think they want to fight, but they're just not really sure. Elder Titan going to throw his ult out. It will completely whiff. No setup. Sniper goes on the back line. I don't even know how that happened. Looks like PL got her. Now this Medusa's here. Now Peace and Love need to be extremely careful. They somehow lost a freaking Omni Knight too. Cedar Boy finally makes the call and says, "Get the heck out of here, everybody." Cedar Boy is caught in the back line. Nothing to stop his TP though, and he will get out somehow. Peace and Love get two pretty good kills.
Without even using Ravage.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a 1,200 gold swing in favor of the Dire. A couple more drops in the bucket.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay, they should just go back to just avoiding them and just farming up, because Sniper and Medusa are already balling out of control. They just have to just not die, and they're dying. So just stay
Oh, and
away
here
from
comes
them.
this
Keep on
Elder
looking.
Titan. His TP wasn't near fast enough and ends up ravaging. Takes out Medusa on the back line too. She's gonna have to pop her out. Blinding light comes from Coddle to put her in a really bad situation. She gets a ton of misses. Ends up getting the PL, or no, the Coddle in fact.
Yeah,
PL
that's
sub
where that
himself still dies. I think Queen Pain's gonna follow as well. Disruptor's gonna follow as after that. And man, now this Medusa's showing the real power of Medusa, just laying into the entire team of Peace and Love. Tide might get out of this.
They
Trying
stuck
to
around too long. They should have gotten their kills and left. I don't think they had enough to get that tower.
That right there is where I'm talking about, where the Medusa PL matchup, it goes both ways. That way it went completely like PL, she destroyed him. And she had 3 other heroes on her. So, yeah.
Radiant is right back on top with that same 9k lead they had before they lost. What was it? Omni and Medusa.
Yeah, this is not really sure what to make of this anymore. 10k net worth lead for Book of Mormon. They definitely have the greedier draft too, so I normally say 10k, it's a pretty good advantage, but you know, errors will happen in this skill set, but man, they have a greedy draft. Their heroes just, they all excel in farm.
Yeah, but they got Sniper Dusa, okay? The other team has what? PL? I mean, maybe Quap? But if this goes beyond 40 minutes, it's just over. They don't have a chance against that.
Yeah, and I think they're in a bit of trouble too. And there's a DD rune too. Medusa grabs it. This might be a time that they want nothing to do with this fight, but you know what? Quap is gonna meet the wrath of the double damaged Weeb Slayer. Nice gate, but catches basically 3 heroes, but it doesn't matter. They don't care. There's no follow-up. PL, I don't know what he was doing, ends up dodging the freaking Centaur. Glimpses had to use defensively as well. Wasn't sure if the Phantom Lancer was going to get out of that. Now this Medusa will just start taking chunks out of this tower.
Return on Centaur 2 does a lot of work.
Tide wants to go in with a Ravage, but they just don't have the follow-up. Even less follow-up now that the Queen isn't online. Centaur gets a beautiful Coddle Blast. The Worm of Death will finish him off. The Disruptor tries to glimpse the Centaur back, but it just isn't very effective. And you know what, Book of Mormon? They don't care. They're just going to go uphill.
Oh, yeah.
This will be rats.
Anything they can do to stop them.
Ravage is going to catch all the heroes. Here comes the Queen ult. Oh, but the Omni Knight ult is going to prevent a lot of physical damage, but the pure damage rips through the Omni ult. And now, Book of Mormon, they're starting to lose all their heroes. It was a beautiful 2 ults, but it didn't matter. Their damage is just not there. Lose 2 of their core heroes. The Tidehunter's the only one left, and he doesn't have the damage. He can come in there, he can anchor smash, but that's about all he's gonna really do. Centaur will clean him up. Tier 3 will go down.
They needed to wait on that. That was a great combo, but their supports weren't up yet. They did it just a few seconds before the supports were back up, and ended up being the 3v5, and it didn't matter anything. Yeah. And bummer.
Yeah, this is a tough game. I mean, this is a single elimination tournament. If Peace and Love do lose this, they will be out. So I think this is, you do what you can. You continue to try to keep your head up.
Yeah,
you fight till the end, but
PL should just go bots. He seriously should, and just stay away from them and just try to get some kind of farm back.
He does have his. I'm surprised he has his defusal online. Like, with as hard as he's been pressured this game.
For fighting, but who's he gonna fight? Maybe if he can find solo pickoffs. he was able to find the sniper in that back lines in that one fight, bottom, but I don't think that's going to happen as long as they're just sticking together.
Yeah, I think at this point, Peace and Love need to do some desperation smokes. I don't think they've actually smoked yet. They do have one on Disruptor. Poor PL.
Now he can't solo kill Sniper if he were to find Sniper out. It's just he's got Shadow Blade, which I don't know. Sniper can probably get whatever he wants to at this point, really, but yeah, just another hassle for them to deal with.
I will agree, though. I don't. At this point in the game, Shadow Blade seems like an irrelevant item. Like, you should never need it. I guess if you want to use it aggressively, but wouldn't a Blink Dagger be better?
I just think you should get. I don't usually like Deso on Sniper, but in this situation, it would be probably really good where you just go high ground, just murder the buildings, while Dusa and like Centaur tank all of the things. He's got Chrysalis queued up.
I would like to see some.
I guess.
I would like to see some aggressive plays from Peace and Love.
Dire's top shrine is under
I think
attack.
if the one thing that Book of Mormon, I would say, if anything is an error, is they're not all the way spread. They're a little bit spread. They do have some heroes that are kind of off by themselves. Of course, now it is the Medusa, which is, you know, the 1,000-pound gorilla. But
Wop still has the recipe to go before she gets Orchid, and it's 24 minutes.
I don't know if doubling down on that Orchid was the right move.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think she should have changed it up.
Dire's top tower
Honestly, she should have got Maelstrom. Like, they need more wave clear at this point. If nothing else for mid.
tower is under attack.
It would allow her to split push the other lanes faster as well if she needs to. I don't know.
I think this Coddle's going to need to do some major work, and it is Coddle. He can do it. He's actually reasonably close to his Scepter. I mean, he's about 1,100 out. If he can get that Scepter, he could probably do some reasonable defense. That, no matter what that Coddle is.
I don't know if they can hold out that long. And even then, Sniper can still hit the tower from just at a different angle where he's not nuking and he can't hit Sniper and the creep. Sniper's pretty good against it. He won't be getting close enough where he can get blasted into the base or blinding lighted into the base or anything like that. Coddle will have to go really far out of position to even get a blinding light on the Sniper.
Sniper says hi.
Roche looks like going to be a I think this is the right call. And there's, oh no, there's a DD rune right below him too. Oh! Ice Frog just is giving Book of Mormon everything they want. Oh, and they're going to give it to Sniper. Oh, he's probably just going to Shadow Blade. Oh, this is going to be a rough fight.
This is not good. Yep.
If they Shadow Blade, he can probably one-shot either support.
What are the statistical probabilities of, what's that other team's name? The Dire winning the fight, this fight?
You know,
10%?
If they
Less
had
than that? 5?
If they had the Coddle eggs, I've seen some crazy things with the Coddle eggs. I would say I'd highly not underestimate what you can do with that, but he's 900 gold out from it. He's gonna have to. Oh, here comes the DD Sniper. He's just taking giant chunks out of PL. Oh my gosh. PL. Oh no, Coddle, that's not where you wanted to be. Oh, Coddle, no. Oh, he does have buyback, but that means his Scepter is not going to happen anytime soon. And now Peace and Love are going to have the defense of their life. Can they hold it on? Sniper did finally lose his DD. PL is just doing some major damage all over the place. Or not PL, Medusa. Now here comes the Elder Titan. That's a dieback from Coddle.
Do anything.
I'm not really sure what he was doing there. Now Cedar Boy is doing his job on the back line. Elder Titan actually hits 2 of the heroes with that ult. Now you just see the Static Storm and the Queen of Pain ult come in, and now Book of Mormon gonna do what they can and just start beating down the heroes of Peace and Love. They're doing what now they do call the GG. Book of Mormon went with the greedy draft, and they were not punished for it.
Oh, Cobble is not happy. Fast disconnect.
Oh.
Oh man,
Can't
yeah.
blame him.
He just couldn't do anything because they were stacking getting the spells onto anybody.
That might be the fastest, most dominant Medusa game I've ever seen.
Yeah, really, boy.
Well, guys,
Yeah, they played that real well.
Book of Mormon do move on to the next round of the playoffs. I think I actually have the... I do, look at that. Oh my gosh. We got the bracket over here, so Book of Mormon will go to the semifinals. They will play Team Blue or Ben Throws Fives next week. Team Blue did reschedule their game for tomorrow, so
Team name.
We won't know who they play until then. And then here on the other side of the bracket, looks like we don't have any of those games updated yet. Usually they get updated a day after they play. So most of them played tonight, except for Team Blue and Ben Throws 5. Well, guys, it was a really good cast. We'll hopefully catch you guys maybe next week. We'll see if we can twist your arm a little bit and join us then.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. For everyone on this cast, we're going to sign off for the night. I think we're going to be trying to cast Team Blue and Ben Throws 5 tomorrow. I believe their game starts at 9 Eastern Standard Time. And then we also are going to be casting the Seal League on Sunday. And then, if I heard correctly, Legion's going to be casting a game on Saturday as well. So at least 2 casts the next few days, and hopefully a bit more. If you like what we're doing, definitely check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/allaboutdota. And if you really like what we're doing, you should definitely check out our Patreon at patreon.com/allaboutdota. For Ziggy and Tar, I am Seqoia, and we'll see you next time.